Hello, my name is Jared Ludlow, Publications Director at the BYU Religious Studies Center, your weekly resource for gospel scholarship. And today we're going to talk about some resources that can accompany your Come Follow Me reading for August 15th through 21st, various Psalms from the Book of Psalms. The first article is called The Psalms Sung, the Power of Music in Sacred Worship. And this is by a father and son, J. Arden Hopkin and Sean Hopkin. J. Arden Hopkin was a voice professor here at BYU, and Sean Hopkin is the current chair of Ancient Scripture at BYU. And this comes from a Sperry Symposium volume. And because of the elder brother Hopkins' expertise in music and voice, and Sean Hopkins' expertise in biblical Hebrew, this was a great combination to look at the Book of Psalms. And so they discuss how psalms were used in ancient early Israelite practice and throughout time in the context of liturgical worship, so in church and synagogue and other settings. They talk about how psalms were set to music in order to enhance the worship, and they show the various forms psalms have taken that would have functioned to teach lessons through music and to help draw the worshiper into a state in which she or he was prepared to commune with God. And so they have different sections where they talk about different types of psalms, how these psalms were made into worship after the temple period for both Jews and Christians, and then a little bit about how they might have been performed. In the last section, they talk a little bit about how Latter-day Saints use and can use the psalms, and particularly helpful is how they talk about how they can prepare one for the sacrament and for temple worship. The second article is called I Will Bless the Lord at All Times, Blessing God in the Old Testament, and is by Dana Pike, a former Ancient Scripture faculty member here at BYU, and it also comes from a Sperry Symposium volume. And in this, he talks about how the Old Testament contains many passages in which individuals such as Abraham, Moses, David, and Solomon and Daniel, in a seeming reversal of roles, invoked a blessing on God, or encouraged other people to bless God, rather than just seeking blessings from God. And so he wonders if there's any relevance for our worship of God in modern times. And so he talks about how God blesses people and things. He talks about how people bless other people on behalf of God. But then he talks about his kind of unique theme of people blessing God. A certain part of this would be expressing praise, and that's certainly related, but he talks about how blessing God is even greater than just expressing praise for God. And he ends talking about how something is lost, he says, in my opinion, when both spontaneous and more formal expressions of praising and blessing are absent from the vocabulary we employ in our relationship with God our Father and his Son.